trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching Atn Politics. It's the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Today on Atn Politics, we will be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. In Benue APC, chieftain sues Alia over ban on party activities. Ondo Guba, Ibrahim sues APC, INEC, Aida Tiwa. Ondo APC ensure leaders are of proven integrity. Akintunde tells Tinubu. And in PDP, court holds removal of national chairman. We'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, I'll introduce my guest, and we will dive right into the conversation.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficker.
Honorable
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the app.
Welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us. Joining me on the program today is Mr. Tony Saturday, a political analyst. You're welcome.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
And on to our stories. In suit number 845M-2024, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress and the legal practitioner, Veshima Akangi, has filed a fundamental human rights suit challenging the order of Governor Haitians Alia banning all activities of the party in Benue State, and the continued barricade of the party secretariat by the police questioning the constitutionality of the order. The first, second, third, and fourth respondents in the suit are the Inspector General of Police, Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, Governor Alia of Benue State, and the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice and Public Order, Benue State. Barrister Akangi kicked against the letter by the third respondent, placing an embargo on political meetings, the use of the APC State Secretariat by the second respondent, and the lack of action by the state actors, adding that he was seeking the enforcement of the right to peaceful assembly and association, which and their agents have violated and continued to infringe despite the clear provision of Section 40 of the Constitution. It further stated that the continuous barricade of the APC State Secretariat by the first to fourth respondents, thereby preventing registered members, including the applicants, from accessing and or carrying out political activities is a total violation of fundamental human rights. Mr. Tony, apparently there seems to be a rift here in Benue State, particularly the APC, right? Banning all activities of the party, which went forward to seeing the closure of this secretariat in this stage. Now, Akange is suing for the order to be revisited to the secretariat to be opened, questioning the constitutionality of that order of the governor banning the activities of the party. Now, he's actually seeking for he's executing his fundamental human rights, right? Also stating how that this order of the governor is an infringement on the rights of the people, the rights of the party, and of the individuals. What is your take on this? What do you make of the suit by Akange and then the order of the governor banning all activities of the party in the state?
Okay, basically the issue you just mentioned has different facets. First, Akange, being a citizen of Benue State,
Okay.
has his fundamental human rights, and he, as a person, can sue the government if he feels his rights are infringed upon. And I think that is what he has said. And I think that is what he's pursuing in court. It's a matter of litigation. So I believe according to the laymen, the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. They will decide and make justice to the matter brought before them. But, you know, we should allow free space for people, political actors, to exhibit their intellect, their belief, and associate, fight all over these years. If it's not well checked, definitely it will snowball into major crisis. But in doing what we are doing, when we want to seek justice, we should go with clean hands. You're right.
It's not exactly political crisis. And we understand also that in politics, there are bound to be crises, there are bound to be conflicts and whatnot. And APC is not the only conflict, or even insecurity issues, as it were. The ban, now the governor is acting rightfully, and you answered based off of his cabinet or his supporters, right? Those who are supporting him, those who are behind him would say, yeah, he did right, he did well. I understand that, and of course, we all have a bias, we all have sentiments, and when it comes to
group is not the best approach to solving political issues.
Okay.
But I will also tell you that if activities of a group of persons or a party or persons are not checked and crisis erupts, definitely the activities will be stalled. So forestalling crisis is one of the activities the governor has to do, and I think that is what he's doing. But I don't subscribe to the fact that so for you to emerge as a governor, you pass through the political process. Why stifling that process that brought you into power? If there are issues, I believe they can be settled amicably, not stifling the process completely. And I don't know if other parties within Benue are doing the activities in that. If that is the case, then surely he should and he needs to open up the political space for the APC to operate.
Okay, so but do you agree with Akange that this is infringement on the fundamental human rights? Are you in consonance with Akange on this?
Akange will have his belief, And I think he's following through his belief. I don't know, I might not be in his mind to know exactly why he went to court.
Okay.
Politics is deeper than what you see on the surface. There are so many underwater currents that passes through the system.
Okay.
We don't know who may have even pushed him to go to court. But as a human, as a Nigerian, he has his fundamental human rights, and he's pursuing them.
Okay.
I cannot falter that.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Got your thoughts there. And our next story says, an aggrieved aspirant, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, yesterday sued the APC, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, and INEC over the conduct of the APC's primary election held in the state on April 20. He urged the Federal High Court in Abuja to void the nomination of the incumbent governor of the state, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, as the flag bearer of the party for the gubernatorial contest billed for November 16. The plaintiff, who represents Ondo South Senatorial District in the Senate, alleged that the primary election that produced Aiyedatiwa as the candidate of the APC for the governorship election was fraught with irregularities. But do you think that suing the INEC, suing APC to actually, settle the grievances that he might be having, I mean Ibrahim, in APC and Aiyedatiwa as well? And what do you make of that electioneering process?
I wasn't in the state, but being a political analyst, you hear and read things across board. We were made to understand that from some quarters that the political process that brought the emergence of the governor was flawed with irregularities, and it was, some were calling it a mirage, some were calling it a sham. Some were saying that elections didn't even hold in the local government areas that they claimed they held elections. Some were saying materials were not released to the local government areas on the 20th and 21st. Some were saying that this process is a charade. We were not there, but when you hear or read things like this, it goes on to say that our political system has really not evolved. The only evolution we've had so far is in the era, the earlier era, we have thuggery and the snatching of ballot boxes. Now is another approach that people are using. They might not even go to the polls, and they will announce results. If that claim were to be true, I think the senator has all grounds to contest and challenge it in court. It is the court that will tell us who actually did what and how they did it based on prevailing evidences that are placed before them. If he can prove his case beyond reasonable doubt, definitely they will look into it and give their verdict. But if what we've heard is actually anything to go by, then there is a long way for us to go in this nation, in our body politics, because we set rules and we flout those rules. How can you, as a party, set up guidelines for elections, and those guidelines are not followed? Suddenly, someone is announced. According to one of them, they said the politics that played out in Ondo State was money-back politics. Do we continue to throw our generally owned finances for personal gains? I don't think we should be following through that trajectory, because it's a very dangerous trajectory. That's why you don't see young men in politics, because these money bags will outpay you, and they continue in perpetuity in governance when we actually need change. Because if you try a particular thing again and again, you will have the same result. You won't have a different result. Unless you do it differently, that's when you will have the right results. So the senator is right. He has his fundamental human right to challenge the process if he feels that the process was skewed with anomalies and negative influence and money politics. He has his right to challenge the process.
Now, this is even beyond challenging the process. He's asking the court to annul the nomination of Ayedatiwa. Do you think he also is working in his right, asking the court rather to annul the nomination of Ayedatiwa? Because I mean, a body which is in charge of elections, which is INEC, has conducted the process, okay, and they've announced the winner of the process. Whether or
no, I don't think it's INEC that conducts the primaries. Ayedatiwa went through the party primaries, and party primaries are conducted by the party, not INEC. INEC usually comes in as observers. I believe that's why he has added INEC to the suit.
Where I was driving
and after the entire process, the party will now send his nomination to INEC. So he is bringing INEC in so that if he gets the judgment required in court, INEC will do the needful as at when due. Yeah.
Do the needful as in what now?
Do the needful. If the court says Ayedatiwa is not qualified or the election is annulled, definitely there might be another primaries, or the Ayedatiwa, the governor of Ondo State, will be shown out of the contest. He is praying that this man that perpetuated irregularity, as he feels, because we were not there, is not qualified, or the system is trying to impose him on us, take him away from the process and give me the ticket. I am the rightful owner of that ticket. I think